Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I will try to keep this short and sweet, but look what's coming to Florida right now. A man-made, artificially supercharged, probably will be stalled in position hurricane. And if those people aren't prepared, they're completely and totally shit out of luck. Do not be those people. Do you see what I'm saying? I broke down in the middle of nowhere, but I was prepared, and you should be too. Just my opinion. Food, water filtration, and heirloom seeds can all be got at this website right here. Link will be in the description. They make it in America. They don't give your information out. I use it. You should too. Or don't. It's totally and entirely your call. I'm out. What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I am rolling eastward. I wanted to stop and see Mike Decker. I wanted to stop and see Deb and Richard Whitehead. But after yesterday, that is not going to happen. I'm taking the truck and I'm rolling home. I'm fixed for a large bag of cash, but I'm only fixed temporarily. So when I get home, everything that was fixed has to be fixed again, which means I'll do it. But my front control arms, the bushings went bad. They tore. So my front axle was moving around. That ain't good. In order to replace them, I needed a press. I don't carry a press. I carry a lot of spares. I carry a lot of tools, but I can't carry a shop press. So there's that. Why is it I do what I do? A lot of people take umbrage with what I do. Well, first of all, what I do shouldn't bother anybody. It's who cares what I'm doing? But a lot of people apparently do, and they're very upset about it. Let me explain something to you. And I've said this before, and here we go again. I had a really, really rough go of it the first 16 years of my life in this world. A really rough go of it, okay? Bad. And then after that 16 years came and went, I was on my own. And seeing how my first 16 years were really bad, the next 16 years weren't all that great. Do you know what I mean? I used to think that violence isn't the answer, depending on the question. I used to think it's not illegal if you don't get caught. And then I woke up. And I've spent the last 10... See what I'm doing right now? I've been doing this before you even saw me in videos. I did it in a Jeep. I'm doing it in a Toyota now. I went from a 2008 to a 1997. Was it a great idea? I don't know, man. But what is it I'm doing? I go to the most remote places that I can possibly get to, and I spend time there with myself and the sky. Because I know what the sky is. The sky isn't outer space and distant suns and shooting stars and space debris and all this other crap. The sky is heaven. And if you can get high enough, and if you can get a good enough view, because back home, we can't see the sky. At nighttime, you're lucky to see a couple hundred stars. You can't see the Milky Way. You can't see anything. I go to the highest mountain peaks that I can find, and I stay there by myself, and I pray a lot. Do you want to know why? Because I have questions about who I am and what it is I'm doing. Because constantly you get comments that talk about, Richie, this is ridiculous, tinfoil hat, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Believe it or not, it bothers me. And I look to God for answers. And that's a complete and total 100% fact. Strike me dead if I'm lying. You see what I mean? But that's what I do. I don't necessarily believe in this world, and the more I think about it and the more I look back on it, I never did. I never, ever did. When they tested you at school, remember those tests where the, classes were off for the day, we all had to go fill in those little circles with the lead pencil, etc. I always did incredibly well on those tests. But in school, in classes, I was a discipline problem. I was always, I got expelled in the second grade. In the second grade. I got suspended in the fourth grade. And it just kept going on and on and on. And then finally I got thrown out of school in the 10th grade. I went right into, it was in the 80s, so I went right into the trades. But I've never, ever got along with this world. And according to the world, I was a problem. Well, it turns out, for the person that is a problem, according to the world, I've helped a lot of people. I can't help myself. I will help somebody else even if it hurts me. I've sat in front of a 12-man jury for that exact thing. Aggravated assault and battery with a deadly weapon because somebody was trying to steal a 5-year-old. And that's just one scenario, but I'm giving you an example. Before the media, before the bankers, before all this stuff, people used to, like other countries, their religion is the middle of their life. Everything else is just the fringe. In the United States, nobody gives a shit about anything. You know what I mean? I want to know why I'm here, and I want to know if what I'm doing is accurate. And it's funny because God sends me an awful lot of things that would be considered coincidences. The truck broke. I was just about ready to go down a 13-mile trail through the mountains all alone, and I stopped. I completely stopped. I turned around. I aired up my tires. I took it out of 4-wheel drive, and I left. And I ended up in Moab because my truck was completely falling apart. If I didn't do that, I don't even know what would have happened on the trail. But the issue with the truck was my rear pinion bearing was about to grenade, as it's called, or explode, which would be really bad. And my front control arms were coming off, to the point where the bushings just completely tore. I drove to that trail that morning to do that trail. I went down it about a mile, turned around, and left. And that was right when I ended up going straight to Moab. Why did I go to the desert in the middle of the summer? Because I have a buddy who had a shop there, and he was 100 miles away, as opposed to another guy who has a shop who was 300 miles away. I ended up going to both shops. I want to know why I'm here. And everything in this world is designed to make you not ask that question ever. There is no God. There's no heaven up there. It's just outer space. We shoot rockets up there all the time. I mean, we can't do it now, but back when all you had was the radio and black and white TV, yeah, we did it all the time. Now that you have virtual reality and drones and 4K and blah, 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 yeah, we can't do it. But don't worry, because we're going to Mars. Which is, if you know anything about science, I excelled in science. If you know anything about science, you know that that's completely and totally ludicrous. And if you know anything about the Bible, you know that it's completely and totally make-believe. My entire life growing up, science told us that Mars was not even, it wasn't uninhabitable. It was violent to humanity. You would be breathing what is the equivalent of lava. You'd be breathing lava.
Magma. Liquid hot magma.
Now we're going to go up to Mars. We're going to shoot a rocket. Elon Musk. We're going to return and everything will be great. And we're going to terraform Mars. How in the world could you terraform another planet in a distant galaxy or hundreds of light years away without practicing? Well, they are practicing. They've been changing this Earth my entire life, it turns out. They've changed, the water used to be life-sustaining liquid that all living beings drank. They changed it up to bottled water, and if you don't buy the bottled water, the rest of the water is poison or radioactive or whatever else. And when you do buy the bottled water, you're drinking an extra special dose of fluoride. Fact. Food is completely genetically modified. Good food is unaffordable to the average person. Oh, you want to eat well? Well, you got to pay up, sucker. You gotta pay up. You wanna eat right? $500 a week for 2 people. For a family, you can't do it. Which is why there's a fast food dollar store everywhere you go.
I'm loving it.
Which is why there's a fast food dollar store everywhere you go. And that's the other thing. Traveling by vehicle, I see all these other towns, and I watch them slowly breaking down to where every town is exactly a cookie-cutter replica of the last town. Walmart, Walgreens, McDonald's, Wendy's, blah, blah, blah. It's a rare thing to drive into a town and find an actual town. Where I just was, 𝗦𝗲𝗃𝗁, Colorado, that's an actual town. It's hard to get to, and it's kind of pricey, but it's an actual town. But more people are finding it. Which means when you're at 12,000 feet, where there shouldn't be any, it should just be pristine. You're up there where animals will walk pretty damn close to you because they're not afraid. You find toilet paper and tampon applicators and all sorts of crap everywhere because more and more people are finding it. And they're trashing it. Absolutely everywhere. Why do I do what I do? Because I'm trying to find out who I am. And I'm looking for guidance from God. Say what you want, think what you want, watch the videos about me. I don't, but you can. Have at it. I put myself out there completely, 100%. If you can't figure out who I am and what it is I'm doing, I don't know what to tell you. But the more of you that I meet face to face, the more I know I'm not wrong. I may not be completely right, but I'm not completely wrong either. I'm not of this world. I don't know why I'm here exactly. I have to think that what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I do it. It doesn't offer you a lot of friends. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But at any rate, in the city, swimming in Wi-Fi and other frequencies and filth and noise and lights, you're never going to find yourself. And that's exactly how they designed it.
What if you could see Wi-Fi signals? It sure would make it easier to figure out where to go to check your email for free. I'm 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗶𝗍. 𝗦𝗲𝗍𝗍, known for his photo manipulations, created a series of images of Washington, D.C. landmarks illustrating Wi-Fi signals as different colors. Using data from a Wi-Fi coverage map on the city's website, 𝗬𝗏 depicted how the energy from a Wi-Fi signal travels in waves with different channels, emits the source in a sphere. He also showed how the data travels from routers on multiple signals or colors at the same time.
You're going to find yourself. And that's exactly how they designed it. And for everybody else that's trying to do what I'm doing, they block out the sun, they block out the stars, they block out the moon. There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. That verse sticks with me. And that's what I do. So there's that. If I haven't met with you yet, I'll try. There's a lot of you. You know what I mean? You know how I get a video and it'll have 77 thumbs up and no views? Because they mess with my numbers, and they have been for quite a while now. So there's more of us than just 400,000+. There's much more of them. And there's a lot more people that are awake that aren't. If you truly want to be awake, throw away your television. Get rid of your television. Because I don't care how grounded you are in the Word of God. I don't care how much you think you're wearing the full armor of God. Because I don't care how grounded you are in the Word of God. I don't care how much you think you're wearing the full armor of God. Television is a device that they've been working on since I was born. 50 years they've been working on how to make that thing manipulate your brain without you knowing. Programming. Broadcasting. You see what I'm saying? At any rate. Richie from Boston. Check this out. Isn't this nice? These things are probably for the weather. And you see these giant... Stand by. See if I can get you a good shot. There we go. These are the things I made the video about. These are the things they use to move storms around. To stop them, to supercharge them. You see those way over there? UFOs aren't good for living things. And that's why there's so darn many of them. At any rate, I'm out.